Hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of Fisher Football Focus. I am your host, Kyle Lumsden. Hopefully everyone out there had a great weekend, as fall weather is upon us. We are right in the thick of the football season as the Cardinals hosted Salisbury University this past Saturday, as Fisher looked to snap its 4-game losing streak against the Seagulls. Now, let's take a look at the highlights. It was alumni weekend at St. John Fisher College, as the fans were excited and ready to go just before kickoff. Visiting Salisbury had all the momentum early, already leading 10-7 when quarterback John Dunbar found wide receiver Max Ersham downfield for the score, putting the Seagulls up 17-7. Fisher would answer with Tyler Fenty completing this 27-yard touchdown pass to Mike Calicio to cut the deficit to 3 at the half, 17-14. In the third quarter, it was again Dunbar, this time using his legs, as he would rush for this 19-yard touchdown, giving the Seagulls a 24-14 lead. The Cardinals wouldn't go away, as Nathan Nagolian would catch this jump ball in the end zone for the touchdown, pumping up the hometown crowd. Fisher would take the lead off this play-action pass from Fenty, finding Calicio again, giving the Cardinals a 28-24 lead with 14 minutes left in the game. After a Fisher field goal, Salisbury downed a touchdown. With under 6 minutes to play, marched downfield, and it was Dunbar, yet again, scoring the tying touchdown, putting this game into overtime. Fisher, after losing the toss, started with the ball and was unable to score a touchdown, having to settle for a field goal. This set up Salisbury with a chance to win with a touchdown, and they did just that, as running back J.D. Hook scampered up the middle and into the end zone, giving the Seagulls the upset victory 37-34. Fisher will return to action this Saturday as they host Hartwick College. Up next on Fisher Football Focus, we have head coach Paul Vosberg to talk about the overtime defeat, so stay with us.
Be free. Nice, Dad. Nice, Dad. Nice, Dad.
Charles!
Nice, Dad.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of siblings in foster care who'll take you just as you are.
Coach Vosberg, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Tough loss on Saturday. What did you feel like the difference was in that game?
Yeah, there was a couple things. We just really never took complete control of the game. The other 3 wins, we kind of always felt like we were in control, and we had our opportunities early, especially right in the beginning. We get a turnover and get great field position. Our offense moves down the field, made it look kind of easy. Then we get down there and we stall out. I think that was a big time because if you can draw blood first and get some points on the board, even if it had just been the 3, I think that would have helped us a lot. 7 would have really helped us in getting us going, and then they take the lead. So we played catch-up almost the whole ball game until the fourth quarter, and I think that played on it. Yeah,
and you looking into that second, the first half, you were able to cut the deficit that was once 10 to cut it to 3. You scored a touchdown to make it 17-14. What was the mood heading into the break? Instead of going into a 2-possession game, it's now a 1.
Well, I think our kids felt good that they could still come back and win this game. I don't think they ever felt like they were out of it. Mm-hmm. I think it was that they felt like the reason we were trailing at halftime, the reason we had gotten down by 10, they were giving them credit, but they also were saying we're making mistakes that are killing ourselves. Mm-hmm. And so we just need to stop doing that, and we'll be okay. So they had a lot of confidence in themselves and what they were doing, and that they could still come back and win this game.
You're talking about how they battled and they fought hard, and they were able to take the lead 28-24, and then they were able to kick a field goal to go up a touchdown. So how were you able to feel like they fought back and to take over that lead?
Well, I thought they did a great job. We were talking on the sideline, guys. We're okay, even when they took out that 24-14 lead and got ahead of us. We felt good that we could come back and get them, and we did. And the unfortunate thing, we weren't able to hold on to that lead, and even though we got up by 7 there in the fourth quarter. Salisbury, give them credit. They battled back. They're down by 7 with a little over 5 minutes to go in the game, and they drive the length of the field and tie it up and put it into overtime. So you got to give them some credit too.
That's true. And then as you said, they were able to force overtime. What was your mindset? Heading into the extra session, it's a whole new game. What was your mindset or your game plan into that overtime?
Well, we first of all would have liked to have won the toss so we could play defense first, but that didn't happen, and so they got the ball. We really were hoping we could get a touchdown to force them into a touchdown situation. Then we know we'd at least go to another overtime,
right,
and so on. But that didn't occur. Again, we started out the overtime very well. We got a first down, and we're on about the 13-yard line, and we had a chance for another first down, but we kind of stalled out again. We did make the field goal. Now we had to hold them to a field goal, and unfortunately we missed a couple tackles, and the kid burst into the end zone, and that was the end of the game.
Yeah, and it's tough in that the college overtime session where you have to choose when you have the ball first. Whether do I kick a field goal and hope our defense stops them, because if they score a touchdown, it's over, or do I go for it and then you don't convert, and then all they need is a field goal to end it. So it's a tough situation when you get the ball first.
It is. It's nice to know what you have to do to win the game versus you hope this is enough to win the game.
I hear you.
Right.
Yeah. And so, as Bill Belichick would say, you're on to Cincinnati, but you guys will be on to Hartwick. So this Saturday, you're taking on Hartwick at home. What are your expectations headed into that one?
Well, I think first of all that my expectations is as a team we're going to bounce back, and we're not going to let this defeat stop us from going to where we want to go to. And I've told the guys this, and the rest of the coaches have, that everything's still there in front of us. This is just a glitch, hopefully, and that we just got to work through this, and we'll be okay. We control our own destiny still. So we just need to get back to work. And I told them had we beat Salisbury, we'd have to get to work this week. Well, we didn't beat Salisbury, and we still got to get back to work this week. So we need to get back to work and get playing good football again. That's
true. Well, good luck this weekend. Hope get back to work, get to it, and get back to the winning ways.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Coach. Coming up next, we have seniors CJ Dominic and Chris Jones in the studio, so don't go away.
Algebra 2! Foreign languages! And finally, biology! Who among you will step up to their challenge?
Me.
Yeah, I'll do it. Me too. Sign me up.
Take on the tough classes now. You need them to prepare for college.
Hi, I'm Joanna Romero, and you're watching Cardinal Television from St. John Fisher College.
CJ and Chris, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Sorry about the tough loss on Saturday. It was you guys fought hard. Just came up on the unlucky losing end. But before the game, what was really going through your mind, pre-game mentality? CJ, I'll start with you.
I mean, we were ready to go. I thought we were ready to go. We were pumped up as a whole line. I mean, the guys were focused. There was no screwing around before the game. We were ready. We were honed in. But, I was ready to play.
Yeah. And what about you, Chris?
Well, defense side of the ball, we were very confident going in. I mean, we knew exactly what to do. Going to triple option is very technical. Everyone has their own responsibility. One guy screws up, it's a big play. So we drilled it all week. Just tried to get to the basics of their offense, and it was confident going in. Great week of practice, but just came up a little bit short.
And could you take me through some of the key plays in that game that kind of really made the difference in the outcome? I'll start on the offensive side of the ball.
I think if we score the first drive, I think we put them away. There was the blocked field goal, and then that fumble. I mean, that really hurt us too. But there's opportunities we had where we could have sealed the deal. We could have sealed our fate, but things happen, and we roll with the punches.
And for your first 3 games of the season, you started off with you scoring on the first drive. You really set the tone early and set the momentum. So, it was a little bit difficult. You didn't get start the way you wanted to that game. But what about for the defensive side of the ball?
Well, that first drive when Brandon Fuentes got that pick, right going down, that was a huge play, a lot of momentum. Guys really fired up going, and then, they started getting after us a little bit on defense. We had a couple good holds. When we got down the red zone, we were able to stop them. They missed a field goal, so that was good. Offense scored right before half. That really got us set up going good into halftime. And second half we came out strong. Got them into a lot of third and longs, and that final drive they was able to convert one more play in.
Right. Yeah.
That's how it went.
And what about if you could change one thing, whether it was a go for it on fourth down or one certain play in that game, what would it be? We'll start with defensive side.
Well, just pretty much that entire last drive of regulations, really. What it was, we had them a couple third downs, some longs. I think we had them fourth down at one point. They kept converting and going and going, and we never got off the field. So.
Yeah, that was tough. You got to hand it to them. They on the road, tough environment, and down by a touchdown and having to come down the final minutes to tie the game up. That was.
Yeah, when we got the field goal right before on offense, that was huge, and then defense just couldn't get off the field. It was really unfortunate. Just a couple calls didn't go our way, and just we didn't execute as well as we should have.
Yeah. What about offensive?
There was that fourth down, fourth and inches. We think as offensive line, we would like to try to punch that one through, but play it safe. But maybe try to go for a deep ball. Nathan Nagolian and Mike Cleacho had a great game.
They did, yeah.
They couldn't. They couldn't stop Nathan.
No.
But maybe another shot. Who knows?
Yeah. And even though you guys lost, there are some positive takeaways that you can take from this game as you head into your next one this Saturday. Defensive side, what can you really think that you did positive in that game?
We fought hard the whole game. There was no giving up anything. We kept going. We were very persistent. We did execute a lot of things well, and we know that we can play with pretty much anyone. Salisbury is the best team in the country when it goes to triple option.
Sure,
so it's very hard to do.
Difficult to stop, yeah.
Yeah, so we're just a confident unit. We know what we can do. We know we can force turnovers. We can stop anyone. We can hang with anyone. So we're a very confident team. Just looking forward to get back on the field.
You touched a little base about the wide receiving core and how Fenty played well, threw the ball in the goalie and found his targets. What would you say other takeaways that you offensively that worked well for you?
I think they were a very strong defense. They had good D linemen. They're they're fast. They're physical. We did well against them, especially the offensive line. We got movement. I think we learned that we can play with the best. They're a good team.
They are.
And since I've been here, we never beat them, but we can roll with them. We can beat them.
Right, and you can take through that loss. You guys fought hard. You didn't get blown out. You played well. Some things didn't go your way. But you can just take some positive out of this, and then now you're heading into Hartwick this Saturday. What are your expectations getting back to your winning ways?
Well, I have expectation of defense just go out and dominate. I know last year we had a great game against Hartwick. We set school record with sacks, but we're not going to walk in just expecting it to happen again. I know each of the last 2 years we've lost a really close game to Salisbury that we could have won, came back and then lost a game that we shouldn't have lost the week after, losing two straight.
Kind of like a losing hangover type thing. Yeah.
So we just can't do that this year. We can't hang our heads on anything. Just go out, show just how fired up we are to keep going. Just to win out the rest of the season is what we really need to do, and just really take out our frustration on Hartwick, I guess.
That's true. I'd hate to be Hartwick. What about on the offensive side of the ball?
We just need to take it one step at a time, one practice at a time. Come back. We know what we gotta do. We watch film. We need to execute. We've played so far up till now. We've been pretty much perfect, and we need to come back and with a force and show them that last week things happened. We need to roll with it now.
Exactly. And fortunate for you guys, you're home, so it's not that you have to travel anywhere. You're right back to it, and hopefully you guys can get back to your winning ways and rebound off this. But you guys fought hard. You guys played well. Just learn from it and go from there. But I'm sure you guys are going to be pumped and ready to go Saturday.
Oh yeah, very much so.
So good luck, and thank you guys for being on the show.
Thank you very much.
To wrap up the show, we have special guest Jared Rooney. So stay with us.
You knew what you wanted to do in life before anyone. Let us help you pursue those hopes and dreams at our School of Business. Discover the world within at St. John Fisher College.
My name is Jake Swartout, and you're watching Cardinal Television from St. John Fisher College.
Dr. Rooney, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Kyle. It's good to be with you.
So can you describe to me and the viewers out there, what are your everyday activities and your job that entails here at Fisher?
Sure. I enjoy my job because it entails something different most days.
Yeah.
My main responsibilities are in the area of enrollment, advancement, and planning. So on the enrollment side, obviously there's admissions and financial aid when you came in as a prospective student
When you
looking
got
at Fisher.
my
When we got
admission
your
letter,
application.
Yeah.
So those are exciting times. So we receive prospective students and families. I oversee the undergraduate and graduate. Fisher now offers baccalaureate through doctoral degrees. So we have both undergraduate and graduate admissions. Financial aid is a big part of people's decisions to attend college, so we oversee that area as well.
Nice.
Marketing and communications is another area that I'm responsible for. And then on the other side, alumni relations and development. So I have the chance to talk to graduates of Fisher. Many times people who are in a position to support the college, make gifts to the college either for scholarships or facilities that we need. So it's really a little bit of everything, and something different each day.
That sounds awesome. And speaking of those facilities, I've noticed that there have been a number of renovations and new constructions going on. Can you talk a little bit about those new renovations?
Sure. The college, as part of its strategic planning process, identified a few building initiatives that were important to sustain the momentum that the college has enjoyed, and also to add facilities where they were needed for areas of growth, or to enable us to grow into areas where enrollments had gotten very strong. So we have a Building for the Future initiative that's currently underway. One of the big buildings is the Integrated Science and Health Sciences building. So that's what you see when you first come onto the campus. And that's really the result of our need to add additional laboratories in the natural sciences, chemistry, and biology primarily. Also, the pharmacy program has grown through the years, so there will be rooms on the first floor of that new facility to expand the pharmacy program a little bit.
That's awesome.
On the athletic side, we've seen great growth too, as you're probably familiar. And the Student Life Center, which is now the Ralph Wilson Athletic Center, has the need to really see some renovations as well. So there are really three phases to that development. The first is the addition of a coaching wing. So we've put all of the coaches together. You know, many of our prospective students, perhaps yourself when you were looking at Fisher, came to your interest in the college through the athletic program.
I did.
So when you come to the campus, the first person that you might see might be one of our athletic coaches, so you'd go naturally to the athletic center. So we wanted to have a nice, beautiful place of welcome where the coaches could be together that would make a favorable impression for student athletes and their families. So we renovated one space, and then we added about 5,000 square feet to create the beautiful wing that's there today. So that's open and seems to be functioning very well.
It looks really great.
And the coaches have reported that it's really been a nice place to work in. So that's been a great first step. We've taken a couple of racquetball courts a few years ago and we made them in the fitness areas. The racquetball courts weren't being utilized as much today as they were in years past. So that space we made into a fitness area 2 years ago. It has been well utilized, and in fact so well utilized that we've taken 2 more racquetball courts, so we've expanded that space. So actually next month, in the early part of November, we'll open up an expanded fitness center.
And a lot of students are really looking forward to seeing that. They walk by it and they go to work out and they see the renovations being done, and they keep asking me, because I work down at the Student Life Center. When is this going to get done? When can I go up there and try this out? So they're really looking forward.
So probably you can tell them by the middle of November.
Perfect.
And then right down beyond the fitness courts there, we're building locker rooms for the public's use. So students, employees who utilize the fitness facilities.
And those used to be old classrooms?
They were classrooms, right. So the classrooms have now moved up right off the lobby, more at the start of that coach's wing when you come into the building. So that will all be open in the middle of November, so that'll be a great new addition, fitness opportunities for our students, employees, and really that'll be a great new space for everyone to take advantage of.
That's true. And so now that you've moved the locker rooms for the everyday student type thing that they can change, what will you be doing to the other locker rooms that were used for the faculty or the students here, back in the other wing?
Yeah, great question. What we're trying to do is ultimately get each of our intercollegiate teams a space that they might consider a team space. So we're going to go back in and renovate some of those locker room facilities with an eye toward creating individual team spaces. So that work will take place probably over the next year or so. Then the final aspect of the renovation in the athletic center itself will be the expansion and renovation of the lobby. So when you first come into the building, we're going to expand the front doorways back out to expand it a little bit more, make some more room there. We're going to create a central circulation desk in there too. A lot of people use the Student Life Center.
That's true. Yeah.
And we want to make sure that the people coming into the building, that we know who they are, that they are supposed to be there.
Safety.
So we're going to have, just from a safety and security, from an access standpoint, a central desk there. Then we're also looking to create a sense of tradition, and we're going to move the Hall of Fame from the rear hallways. Today it's over by the football locker rooms. We're going to move that out into that center area. So we're going to bring out the Hall of Fame and really celebrate more the tradition of success that Fisher Athletics has seen through the years.
And they've done a lot of success.
A lot
over
of
the
success.
Years, so it's good to honor those.
It is.
People, the guests can come and see that, and they, you know, when you walk right in, maybe those prospective students that come and be like, I want my name, or I want to see my face on that wall.
Yeah, it really is an inspiration to people, I think, Kyle. So our hope is to bring it out, show people, showcase the Fisher Athletic success, and to really incorporate some sense of the history and tradition of Fisher Athletics, which has really grown into a terrific intercollegiate Division III athletic program.
It has. And you know, I guess you could move on into saying now specialize into the Fisher football program.
Yeah.
You've seen the success grow over the years. How does that really impact the college, or from your standpoint that you've seen?
Oh, it significantly and very positively from my view. I came to the college in 1996, so at the time there was no Growney Stadium. So for you to think back to a time like that, you would, you know, not
I loved the turf when
it.
I first showed up, and
right.
Not seeing that would be totally different.
Right, it was. So I remember that when I first got here, I had a son who later went on to graduate from Fisher. Actually, he played soccer here in Growney Stadium, so he benefited from him. And he was in about second or third grade when we built the stadium, and remember him looking and saying, wow, this is really,
I want to play here.
I want to play here. You know, so it really, I think, motivates the young people who come to the Bills camp in the summer or come to Fisher football games from the community. So the coaching staff has always been terrific. Coach Fosberg has always been a first-rate coach. He's a great guy, you know, cares very much about the students that we recruit and that play for him. So we've always had good people, and I think when you combine good people with great facilities, you really have the type of success that we've been able to see at Fisher.
Definitely. Well, I want to thank you for coming here onto the show. And when you build great facilities, you know, the more that people will come. And it's what you've done here has been phenomenal. It's really feels like home when you show up, and it's a nice facility. It's a nice place to be.
Yeah,
so
and congratulations to you, Kyle, on the success of this show. I've enjoyed watching it, and I credit you with getting it done in your senior year, so congratulations and continued success.
Thank you very much. Put in a lot of hard work, and I just hope that the viewers can enjoy it, because it's fun to be a part of, especially the program, and see it grow. So thank you.
Good luck.
So thanks for watching another edition of Fisher Football Focus. Be sure to watch the Cardinals take on Hartwick this Saturday at 1 o'clock at Growney Stadium. My name is Kyle Lumsden, and I leave you with these wise words from George Custer. It's not how many times you get knocked down that count, it's how many times you can get back up. We'll see ya.